Patty Nikki D here on Tip Tuesday. Now you know I like to make things if I can before I go out and buy something. And years ago I had come across a little post for something that I use quite often, using canning jars and putting labels on them and having other things that sometimes I will keep that have stickers or labels. I was buying Goo Gone, which is a great product. It works. But whenever I seemed to need it, it wasn't in the house, and I won't go to the store for one thing. So I came across a bunch of different things online when I looked and tried them, and this was the one that worked, and I have never had to go out and buy any kind of label removing or glue removing stuff again, because if you have baking soda and any kind of oil, you can remove the sticky and the label. It takes a little bit of elbow grease, but I found that even the store products did too, so I'd rather just have the stuff at home. So what prompted me to do this was the other day, Gigi goes into the cupboard, and remember our dehydrated marshmallows? Well, she said, "Did you make garlic marshmallows?" And I said, "What?" I forgot this said garlic on it. I had this garlic, I think it was garlic pickles at one point in time. So I thought, okay, I don't want anybody to think I made garlic marshmallows. Let's get rid of the label. So here we are, we're gonna do this together. All you need is some baking soda. I already have some here in our little tub. I got these little cuties at the Dollar Tree a long time ago. I don't know if they still have them. I hope they do, because I want to go back and buy more. It was a pack of 10 for $1. I love them. I make my own toothpaste powder, and I put it in here, and I've given that away for Christmas presents before, but for now we're going to use it to make our sticky, gunky label glue remover. So there's no real science to this. I don't have any real ratios. You know, guys, I'm really not a person who even cooks. When I do a recipe for you and I cook something, I actually write down what I do, because I'm more of a, not in baking, but when I cook, how do I feel today? Am I feeling cayenne or am I feeling more garlic? It's just how it is. So most recipes I have to actually intentionally have a notepad, write down what I did so I can put it online. But in this case, it's really just how much do you need. And what you want to do is you want to get your baking soda moistened. You don't want it too runny. You want it moistened because it's got to stick to the label. What's happening here is the oil lubricates the label and kind of soaks through the paper and helps it lift a little bit, and the baking soda does the elbow grease work, so to speak. It's what does the scrubbing and eventually gets your glue and paper label off. Now, there are those thicker labels, like a label like this that's a little plasticky. You're going to want to tear it a bit, because you need to be able to have the oil permeate into the paper part, and it's not going to do that for any type of plastic type label. You'd have to pull it up, and then you can get that papery residue that's there off. So in this case, I'm going to be a little careful, because my marshmallows are still in here, and we certainly don't want to lose good marshmallows. But I just made a little bit of a paste, you can see, pasty, and I'm going to put it on here. Just going to wipe it on and let it sit for a bit, and then we're going to come back. Now, again, you're not going to come back and it's going to be, oh, miracle, it's off. I had to do nothing. When does that happen? I had to do nothing. Oh my goodness, I would love that life. So, we're going to let it sit here for a moment. I've just kind of covered it a bit. And when we come back, I'm going to put this knife here to keep it from rolling. When we come back, we'll start giving it a bit of a scrub. You could use, you know, one of your scrubby brushes, like the sponge cut type things, the SOS pad, what have you. In this case, I'm going to just kind of do it with my fingernail, and I'll show you how our homemade Goo Gone works. Be right back. So it's been about 5 minutes, because that's about as much patience as I have for waiting, which isn't much. You could probably leave it longer depending on your label and if you have more patience than I do. I don't mind putting a little bit of elbow grease in it because I'm usually doing this thinking of the next thing that I've got to get done. But I mean, conceivably, you could let it sit overnight, forget about it, and come back to it the next day. But for getting it done today and showing you how it works, 5 minutes it is. So you can take a knife, be careful if you do that. Obviously this is a butter knife and there's nothing to it, and scrape on it, or a toothbrush, or the spoon that you were using to spoon it on, or this is what I was talking about, just a scrubby pad to do it. I think what I'm going to do is just wipe some of this off here with the scrubby pad, and we've already got quite a bit of the label off, and then I'm scraping a little bit. It's probably a little more stuck on there than I want it to be. So in this instance, what I'll do is put on a little bit more of the Goo Gone, and then just start rubbing it in with my finger or the toothbrush or what have you. Like I said, using my nails a little bit. And what happens is the baking soda starts to work on that glue that was on the sticker. And these are some mighty fine stickers. I think these were Avery labels. Let me tell you, they're staying on very well. And just kind of keep going back at it. I don't like labels stuck on my glass. I like glass for storage. I like glass for everything. I just really enjoy glass as opposed to any other kind of like a plastic or metal or anything. So I like it clean too. And that's why I ended up finding this little trick of being able to get this label or whatever off. So as you can see, it's coming off. Probably let this sit a little bit longer, and I would say in the case of this one, I'd add a little bit more oil to it just to get that last bit of glue residue loosened up. But that's about all it's going to take, is just a little bit more work. And like I said, I don't want to have to go buy another product and have something else in my cabinet yet again. And this makes it so simple, because who doesn't have oil and who doesn't have baking soda in their house? I don't know. I know I do. I have it in my house. So yeah, and see, with a little bit of oil added to it, there it goes. It just needed that little bit of extra push over the hill, and we've got it. So let me wipe this off of here. Wipe. Just one little bit of residue left, and it's gone. So it's that simple. I mean, you can't beat having something in your house already that you don't have to run out, you don't have to keep stored in your cabinet. And how many times have you stored something in your cabinet and you knew it was there, it's got to be here, and you just can't find it until, well, it's too late. You went and either got another one or just gave up. I don't know. I know I've done that plenty of times. So with a little bit of baking soda, a little bit of oil, and a little bit more patience than I have, you can get rid of your sticky, gunky labels off of any of your jars. This is Nikki D from 5 Dog Farm. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment. If you have a type of cleaner, I love homemade cleaners, so shoot me some of the information of things that you've done and have worked for you. I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon.